What it is, y'all? Welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. Now, you guys know we haven't done any content in a while. It's mostly because honestly, the tournament's been on, and I really wanted to actually do something respectable in this tournament. I'm not failing miserably at it because I just don't have the time, sadly, anymore. I remember a day when I did, and I kind of relish those days. But yes, my in-game name is not friend, but I was casually derping the tournament this morning and happened to notice something really interesting here in the news. And if you haven't seen this yet, be aware, this is a full-on code, purple. NUFONE Hudis. NUFONE Hudis alert. Guys, go down here. A new Dokkan Battle event is coming soon. We have Vegeta and Kid Goku from GT. So if you guys were here a couple of weeks ago, we actually talked about these units. These are the units that I initially said were coming for Saiyan Day. I forgot Golden Week was the big JP event. But this is actually going to be a cross JP and global event for Golden Week. If you don't know why that's a big deal, let me explain. First of all, our versions are so closely intertwined at this point. We have like next to no other Dokkan events. I think the only thing that actually is next in line is like Videl and then the anniversary. But we're still, as of recording this, it is April 25th, 2021. And the anniversaries will happen in July. So we either have global exclusives, which generally happen for Goku Day, or if not global exclusive, we normally get like a global exclusive along with, whatever JP's doing for the Golden Week or something like that. Or what has happened today, and this is the first time ever that we've had Golden Week simultaneously with JP. Now, a lot of people are talking, has Global caught up with JP? Well, yes and no. Bear in mind, we have had COVID, and they've proven that we do not want to, at least yet, put the JP and global anniversaries in line. Now, it would make sense. I've talked about this ad nauseum in other videos, and they could do the global celebration as the global anniversary and the JP anniversary as the game's anniversary. And I think there's enough knowledge out there in the general player base that nobody's going to be confused about this. Nobody. 1% of your player population is going to not understand that the JP version of the game has its anniversary in, January, February, and the global version has its anniversary in July. It's just going to make sense. So they could easily do that, but they think they proved they're not quite ready to make that jump. And, I kind of understand it at some point in time. But let's talk about this, because this is actually really big. So what is this going to bring to Global? Well, we already talked about it last time. I'd have to pull up the tweet again, but I believe this means Patan Battle is coming. Which is really interesting. I mean, our versions are so closely intertwined with JP at this point. We just need a version update, and we'll have Patan Battle. Which I did say, we were going to get, and we'll have to cover in detail. If we do not finally get the first category stages of Extreme SBR, they're really, 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 really missing out. And I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I believe that JP was already slated to get the next set of ESBRs. So maybe this is finally our time. We really should have had it with the last Dual Dokkan Fest, because I believe that's when JP got theirs, if I recollect. But neither here nor there. This represents a huge, 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 huge moment in the game. Now, what do these guys do? I don't believe we have passive information on them quite yet. But the fact that they're in Global right now means really soon we're actually going to get the data download. Usually it happens at the end of the tournament. So probably by the time the tournament ends, we will most likely have this. And we will most likely We'll have all the passive information. We'll know most everything. Now, who will be on the banners, we just simply don't know. But I think it's a fair guesstimate that being this is so close to Saiyan Day, probably the Super Saiyan 4 LRs will be on there. That's right, Dokkan Fest LRs will most likely be on these banners. And actually, that's good for me, because I need to rainbow those guys. I have not actually rainbowed them. So, expect mostly, but not all, GT events. If you remember, there's also a legendary GT event coming. Now, I don't think there's enough forms of Goku alone to do a legendary Goku event GT, but if we go down here, and this is all speculation, because we know there is a new Fighting Legend. This is Fighting Legend Goku. There's a Fighting Legend GT coming. Now, what does that mean? Well, simply put, we could very easily be fighting different bosses, kind of like Boss Rush. What I think most likely we're going to be receiving are different versions of Goku and Vegeta leading up to the final fusion of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Hear me out on this. Goku's kid. Goku basically has to relearn Super Saiyan. I mean, sort of. Not really, but sort of. So we have Kid Goku. We now have, Kid Goku Super Saiyan. Kid Goku Super Saiyan 3. That's 3 forms. Then we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But somewhere in the mix, we also have Vegeta. And if we're going to get to Gogeta, we need to have Vegeta. And we almost probably need to have baby Vegeta before we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Maybe. I don't know if they're going to include any villains in this. But it would make sense in a way. So we could have even more levels and even more layers of transformation with the GT Fighting Legend event. But then again, I could be completely wrong in that, because this one is legitimately just Goku in his form. So Goku's base, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, that's 4 right there. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. No, sorry. Yeah, God, Blue, UI sign, and UI. So that's what, 9 forms that we get in that one, I believe. So they very, very easily could do Super Baby 1, Super Baby 2, and then the ultimate form of Super Baby, and then Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, then maybe like a combo of each, and then Gogeta. So be prepared. This could be really, really, really difficult. Because if you guys remember, first time we ran this on Global, I don't know about you guys, first time I ran this on Global, I wrecked it with a Kamehameha team. I laughed at it with a Kamehameha team. Now, to be fair, the Kamehameha team had 2 free Senzus on it. It had, no, 3 in fact. It had the third anniversary LRs. It had Cell, the LR Cell. I think it had that was primarily it. So like kind of did cheese it in a way. But the first run I ever did on the Fighting Legend Goku was an unintentional no items run. So we'll see what happens. I expect this one to be massively harder. But expect new stuff. Expect Baton Battle. Expect the new Fighting Legend to drop with us. Expect the new new ESBR levels. They even just reran ESBR on the daily a little bit ago, and I kind of expected it at that point. I thought this would be the time, but maybe they were giving us the opportunity to actually defeat that before the new levels come in. So expect a whole heck of a lot with this update. But just to recap, so this means that the new Vegeta and new Goku that we talked about for Saiyan Day, but actually will be for Golden Week, is incoming probably the beginning of the week, maybe even tomorrow night. Now, I don't think it's incoming tonight, I believe, because this dropped today. Usually it's either tomorrow night or the night after. We'll probably get a big data download after the tournament, and we'll be able to talk about these units with all of their details at that point. The other thing to consider, what does this mean for Goku Day? I'm sorry, Goku Day. Because Goku Day is coming up on the 18th of May. 18th of May, I expect a standalone LR. I expect a Goku Day only LR. Probably related to Goku. They've done like Goku's family a lot lately. I expect a Goku, or maybe a Goku family, but I really feel like a Goku LR. Probably not Dokkan Fest, but I wouldn't be surprised. But probably for part 2 of this event. Because remember, it's the 25th, so I've got to do a little maths here. But we are... go forward to May. There you go. So 1, 2, 3. Tuesday will be exactly 3 weeks away from Goku Day. Exactly 3 weeks as of Tuesday. So they could run this. They give us the usual 2 weeks on this, and then expect them to drop part 2 for the actual Goku Day itself. So that's exciting, guys. This is a really interesting time to be playing Global because we're getting a lot of JP stuff, and expect a lot of JP stuff simultaneously going forward, basically towards the anniversary. We'll see what happens during that time, but for now, that's going to be this content. That's probably content for another day. Like, comment, share. I'll be back at you guys with more Dokkan Battle here really soon.